Hi everyone and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be planning October, but I just really quick wanted to go over September. I haven't done that in a while in a Plan With Me video where I just kind of analyze September. You would have seen my pre-planning video for October where I did it real time with you guys, how I go back and I look through and I figure out what worked for me and what didn't. But for this video I'm pretty much just going to go through and say what I liked and what I didn't like. Just real quick, just in, for those who have watched the video, but also have enough for people who didn't want to watch that video. So yeah, simple planning page, intro page. I really liked adding all of these definitions and stuff and just all the little quirky facts because I remember just throughout the month of September how many people enjoyed the little like tidbits and facts that I added in, like these constellations. People really liked the fact that I defined what they were so they could learn something new, so that's really cool. I really liked that worked out how I wanted it to. That's exactly why I put all the names, so that way people could learn something new, and it's about a subject that I'm really passionate about. So this worked like a charm, like always. I love this spread. I feel like this spread and I are inseparable. And yeah, I mean, this worked like a charm. I even did more YouTube stuff than I normally do. I'm doing this about a week away from October, so I'm pre-recording a little bit, but that's okay. I really like this, but I am going to switch it up for October and do a massive habit tracker, just because I want to see if maybe I have more, just see if I have more habits, if I'll look at the page more and then remember what habits I want to work on better. Than, 2 is easy to keep track of, Instagram and reading, that's easy. But just in case, I just want to see what a massive habit tracker would do for me, and if that doesn't work, I already know my game plan for after that. Checker Life Check worked pretty well. I kind of teamed it up with the checkup system, as you'll see back here, with the checkup system from the Boosted Journal. I felt like on some of these it was always the same, and I felt like even though I was rating it the same, my weeks weren't the same. So I used this checkup part to sort of just judge fairly every day, instead of going, oh, it was, pretty good, just guessing. I figured doing this would give me a more accurate representation of how I should grade this. And so far, I feel like it's actually helping out a lot. So I'm really glad I did that. I brought back one line a day. I really do like this. I don't like the fact that it's boxed in, though. My last one line a day I didn't have the box, and I liked it a lot better. I'll probably still have the box for the mood tracker, but other than that, self-care is working like a charm. Actually looks a lot better this month because I did it the way that Tracy of Self-Care Journalist does it. I did it that way, and I like how it looks a ton better, so glad I did that. Change page, as always. This is just a fun quotes page because there are so many awesome quotes about space and astronomy, and just from other astronomers. Like, some of them just have really nice quotes, and I just decided that I just wanted a full page of those because I knew I probably wouldn't be able to fit them on every page because I changed up my weeklies and stuff, so just a designated place for that. Almost full with my memories page. I have a few I still have to add on to here, but other than that, I love my memories page. I always do. Still rocking these headers. For October, I'm planning on changing that up a little bit. Figuring out what colors I like and don't like out of my Tombos. Pretty much just the same thing every week in September. And that's one thing I'm trying to break out of is, just because I do it for 1 week doesn't mean I have to do it for all of the weeks in that month. My meaning behind doing the same thing for a whole month is the fact that if, sometimes I might not know if I like it because certain circumstances will come up, or just you know, something will just happen to where I don't look at my bullet journal as often, so I don't really accurately know if that system's going to work for me or not unless I do it for a few weeks. And usually a few weeks is about the time, you know, time length of a month. And that's just my reasoning behind doing the same thing throughout a whole month, just to see if I do like it. Usually I'll know within 2 weeks if it absolutely just does not work for me, which this one I already know will not work for me. I don't have enough room. I feel cramped. I feel like this would be good if I had dailies behind it, but I don't. Like, if I had this and then I had these kind of dailies behind it, I feel like this could maybe work. But I can already tell I feel squished. I feel like I don't have enough room for all my tasks I want to do every day. So, you know, there's instances like that where just I regret it right after I do it kind of thing. But usually for like minor tweaks and stuff, I usually do it for a few weeks just to see if it'll work. But yeah, this is pretty much just what I did for September. I loved this astronomy theme. Honestly, I'm thinking about revisiting it fairly soon, except instead of focusing on stars, like for all the constellations and stuff, I'm actually going to focus more on planets to give me a reason to go back to this astronomy theme. I always feel weird. I don't know if it's because of Instagram or what, but I always feel weird about going back to a theme because I'm afraid it's just going to be boring. Or I feel like because I already did it once, I can't do it again. Like, it's really weird, and I really don't like that my brain thinks that way. But it does, and I mean, I'll get over it, and I'll be able to go back to this, hopefully, because I could do a whole bullet journal with just astronomy theme. So yeah, I got a lot done in this last week, actually. I got almost everything on here done. And that brings us to the pre-planning for October page. If you haven't checked this video out yet, go check it out. It's a real-time video, which is something I almost never do. I'll put a card up here for you guys to see. But pretty much what I did for this page is, you know, what worked, what didn't work, things I wanted to try, and just a little bit of a overview of what kind of theme I want to try and what decorations I'd like to do. And October is going to be very, very simple theme-wise. I kind of almost burnt myself out doing this huge theme that I'm not used to doing. Usually for my themes, I usually just do a color scheme. Like for my August, which I actually never really showed. For my August, I just kind of did, you know, the citrusy colors, and then I just decided on citrus. And after doing 2 major themes in a row for my bullet journal, when I usually only do color themes, it kind of took a lot out of me, and that sounds silly, but it kind of did. So for October, I really just kind of want to go simple. Really just want to try that just because I feel like it might help me better for this next month. Plus I want to just be really productive in October. So pretty much that's all that is. And if you want to go ahead and check out this video, it's a fairly long video. I think it's about half an hour long, but the planning itself didn't take me half an hour. It was because I was explaining everything that it took me that long. And hopefully it's clear. I said in the video that I made my pre-planning pages video, and I never really showed you guys how I did it, and that's why I did this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and let's just go ahead and get into October. Alrighty, now that I have October monthly pages all put in here, as you can see, this month is fairly simple compared to my last 2 months. And I really wanted something simple but also pretty, and I also didn't really want to go with the stereotypical black and orange, even though that's kind of what I did, except it's just pastel orange. It's actually more of a pinky sort of peach color, but you know, close enough to orange. On camera it actually looks pretty orange. So for this, I didn't really honestly know what to do for my October intro page. I've seen a lot of intro pages like this, and I really liked how they looked, so that's just kind of what I went for. I stuck to this pretty well. It was funny because during filming this, I actually remembered things that I wanted to try that I totally forgot to put on here. So I actually went in and tweaked a few things from the beginning of what it looked like to now. So moving on, this is my trusty monthly spread, and I still love it. I changed this up a little bit compared to last month and the month before. This is what it looks like for September and August actually, and this is what it looks like. So pretty much I just changed up this side. Other than that, nothing much really changed. I just saw this style somewhere and I thought it was really cool and I figured I could try it. I don't really have that much stuff to put. I think this is the longest I ever do per day, so I figured if I took up a little bit more room in the middle, it wouldn't really hurt anything, so that's all I did there. My stepping stones, as usual, are my savings YouTube and then my current book, which is Nefertiti. I have my calendar here. I figured there was already enough orange on this page, so I didn't actually color in the squares. I figured it looked fine just like that. I mean, I might put a little drop shadow, I might not. I don't really think I will. I filled in these colors just because I wanted to tweak them a little bit and I didn't want to bore you guys with that. So I just went in ahead and did that. I have my 2 jobs that I have in case, you know, I need to double check my schedule or add some days. Holiday, events, social, bill that's due, important, and other. So those are just my little things that I put in there to help me fill this part out. This is my massive habit tracker. I'm trying it out. I didn't really want to do all the boxes down, so I figured I would just do a dot or something. I haven't really decided if I'm going to do a dot or if I'm going to fill in a square. I guess I'll figure that out October 1st, won't I? And these aren't really set in stone either, so I just have them written in pencil instead of inking them in because I almost always change something right before the month starts, and I'd just rather wait until closer to the 1st than now, just because I know some of these I'm probably going to change just because my life changes a lot apparently. My checker life check is pretty much the same, except I added this little box down here. This isn't originally in Ricardo's video, but I just thought it would be cool to see an overall kind of average of the month. Because, you know, each month I see all of these little squares filled in, but sometimes, you know, some months are better than others. I just really like to see, wow, I actually am doing a lot better than last month, or not last month, August. But, you know, it's like you see this and you see this, but you don't really see an end result. I mean, you do, but it might be easier for me anyway, just to see sort of an average. So I just wrote an O in there for overall, or 0 for something, I don't know. So that's pretty much all I changed there. I kept with the color theme and did the little outlines in that color. My 1 line a day pretty much stayed the same, except I only boxed in the mood, not the line. So I felt like in my last one, it was just, I felt cramped. I felt like I couldn't write as much as I wanted to. So I moved the boxes over, and I only did the day, not the numerical day, not like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. So it actually gave me 2 Yeah, it actually gave me 2 extra spaces to write, which I think is going to be really good. Just because, I don't know, I just feel like I'm really sort of cramped in this, and I don't really like it. So I'm going to do it this way, and I have my mood tracker over here. My self-care tracker stayed the same, didn't change anything over here. I think the only change I made was the fact I added the days of the week down here instead of over here. Because I felt like I just had more space to do that with. Over here, I didn't change my colors at all. Pretty much just stayed the same. And in my collections bullet journal I'm setting up, I'm actually going to have a spread where I have multiple months next to each other. And I'm just going to have 3 squares where, you know, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. You'll see that explained in my self-care tracker video that's coming soon. I'm gonna have like just strips where I just have 3 boxes. I'm gonna track where I fell within them just to see what kind of averages I'm looking at, to see if there are any patterns. So yeah, nothing really changed there. Change page, pretty much the same. I know in my planning video I said that I might do half a page for change and then do the other half for like a reading tracker, but I didn't think about that until after I had already done this part. So I'm not really sure if I'll keep it. I might do a quote down here. I didn't really look at quotes before I did this. I just know I want a bunch of positive quotes every once in a while. This is my finances spread. This was heavily inspired by Planning with Kay. Kayla has a ton of awesome spreads that are really practical and really awesome to use. This one it's pretty based on hers, but I changed some things. I mean, I don't have a lot of bills, like obviously this isn't really that much. Yeah, so hopefully I'll just be able to sort of maybe start budgeting. I don't really know how much it'll help me, but I really liked how Kayla's looked, and I really wanted to try something just because I was desperate to find a spread that actually worked, because I can't seem to get my brain to connect with a spread, or get a spread to connect to my brain, or just anything. So I'm really hoping this will help put me in the right direction somewhere. So yeah, that's my finances spread. This is very new to me, so I might do a whole video on this if it works next month, so we'll see. And then I have my memories page. Pretty much my memories page, I just do a little patchwork kind of thing like this, and I love personally doing my memories spreads. It's one of my favorite things to do every month, and that just goes right here, and that ends my October plan with me. So I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, click the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe. If you want to know when I upload, hit the little bell next to the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!